Hello everyone, this is Dr. Gaurav Deka. I am a medical doctor and a transpersonal regression therapist. Whenever we talk about pregnancy, we talk about what kind of diet one should have, what kind of healthy lifestyle, exercise one should do, where they should live. We never talk about the emotional diet that a person should go through at that moment. In my experience in practice, I have seen that experiences in the womb contribute heavily to how we live our later life. For example, lot of female clients who come and complain about feeling neglected, feeling rejected, feeling unwanted cannot actually find experiences in their childhood or in their marriage that may have contributed to this. However, when in a process of going back in time in regression, they go back to being in their mother's womb, they discover that probably the father did not like it, that a girl child is being born. Probably the grandmother did not like it. Maybe they screamed, shouted. A child growing up in the mother's womb did not have a mind of their own. Everything that the mother experiences, the child also experiences. The mother's mind is also the child's mind. And therefore, whatever the mother goes through, the child reabsorbs at that moment. And they carry this ignorance, this neglect, this rejection all their life in their body and in their minds, not knowing where it came from. Similarly, a lot of clients who go through stiffness in the body, they can't move properly. They always feel that as if something is tying them up. Now, again, in medical practice, we might just give painkillers at that moment because they feel a lot of pain in their body. But when we go back to being in the womb, we discover that it was a common case of the umbilical cord wound and twisted around the neck and probably the other parts of the body as well. In these experiences, we try to relive that moment and try to again reorganize that scene and remove the umbilical cord from the neck, from the body, and that provides a lot of relief to them. You may have seen some children come to this world feeling very sad. Some children even grow up really sad. It is seen again in such experiences that there might have been a twin in the womb, another child who was either reabsorbed, died, not talked about, even forgotten. The grief of that loss has to be carried by someone, and the child becomes the bearer of that grief, and the sadness continues throughout his or her life. There are also cases where people have reported claustrophobia and suffocation, which is very common in practice, therapeutic practice. But again, there are no real experiences in their childhood or in their adulthood that could contribute to such a trauma. Now, when they do go back to being in the womb, they realize that the experience of descent through the uterine canal and coming out through parturition was very difficult. It was suffocating. They could not breathe. They felt that things were closing up on themselves. And from there, the triggering has started, and they have carried that experience, that energy, that body syndrome up till now, even later in life. Which means that the blueprint of our life is laid down right there in the womb. Sometimes going back to the womb through any experience of rebirthing or regression can actually help you find your answers and insight. Thank you.